Shalom, brothers and sisters. To all the truth seekers out there, people that's trying to understand the Bible, people that's continuing forth, enduring to the end, to all our people out there that's searching for truth. Today we're going to go into the scriptures, right? And we're going to deal with this topic. We're going to deal with this topic of health, about living healthy and eating healthy. Because what's going on today is that the food has been poisoned by the enemy. And this is a wake-up call for people out there that's still eating all that processed food, all the bad food they got out there that's specifically put there and marketed to our people. Because we can't afford the organic food or the Whole Foods market or the farmer's market or whatever. But everything in the farmer's market and the Whole Foods market and the organic market is not really expensive. So this is to our people out there today that's trying to understand and trying to get healthy, because there's an epidemic. There's a diabetes epidemic among our people because of our diet. Our people are consuming too much processed food, right? They're not eating natural foods. They're not eating fruits. They're hooked on sweets. You know what I'm saying? They can't go a day without eating sweets. A lot of us have these problems, you know what I'm saying? But that's not the way it's supposed to be. Because the Most High, let me read that. Let me go to the scripture. Let me start with the scripture before I start bringing out some of the facts, right? So the first scripture I want to bring out is Genesis, the first chapter, right? In the beginning of creation, first chapter, 29 and 30th verse, right? This is what the Most High said, right? He said, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed," right? Herb bearing seed, right? Because plants have seeds, right? And you need the seeds to actually continue planting and getting your crops, right? Year after year, right? Now they have eliminated the seeds out of foods. You have seedless grapes, seedless watermelons, grapefruit. They grafted different fruits together and everything like that. Insanity. These the people in power today, the scientists, the people that actually experimenting with the seeds, the creation now. Things are not natural no more. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you go to the supermarket and you see a big, you might see a really huge orange. You might see a funny looking orange. You might see a funny looking apple. Because they're experimenting with the seeds now. And you got this company, the company called Monsanto. They are trying to control the world food supply. Because my thinking is this, right? Is that they're trying to kill people by through the food supply, because they say the world's population, they got this, the rich people, the secret society, they have this thing that they have to get rid of a certain amount of people because the world is overpopulated, right? That's how wicked they are. So they said, we're going to take it in our hands and try to get rid of some of these people that's on this earth before the earth resources is totally used up. You know what I'm saying? And this company, Monsanto, is trying to control the seed supply of seeds to the farmers and the farms and everything like that. They basically actually that's what they're doing. And the rich, one of the richest people in the world, Bill Gates, he owned 500,000 stock in that company. So people need to wake up on what's really going on. This food that they're trying to give us, they're trying to kill us. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to fight and support people and groups that's trying to keep food natural, keep from being shot up with fertilizer, all kind of chemicals and growth steroids and everything like that, because we wasn't made to consume those chemicals and those things in the food. You know what I'm saying? So let me go back to the scripture. It says Genesis 1:2, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat." So the herbs is for meat. You got all kind of herbs, man. Sage, basil, rosemary, what do you call it, spinach, you know what I'm saying? All these different herbs, man. All these different herbs were made for us to consume for our medicine, for food. You know what I'm saying? Cilantro, you can go down the list, man. You know what I'm saying? All these different herbs that God have created, man. You know what I'm saying? All the different fruits and vegetables was given for food. And that's where the healing is. The healing is in the food and what you eat. So like the old saying goes, you are what you eat. So you have to watch out, because you can't spend your hard-earned money eating McDonald's and Burger King, right? The proof is out there now, right? To show people that there's a video called I think Fast Food Nation, with a guy that ate fast food for like 60 days, man. And the doctor told him if he don't stop, he's going to kill himself. His cholesterol skyrocketed. His health was deteriorating, you know. And basically, he was just falling apart from eating McDonald's every day. He ate chicken nuggets. He tried the whole menu. And what happened to him? He gained weight, and his body was falling apart from eating their food. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot be, you're not going to be healthy eating McDonald's, Burger King, Wendys. You know what I'm saying? Eating it once in a while, but now these days, it don't take much of those foods for you to get sick. You could just eat one meal of church chicken. Go to church and get that greasy old chicken, greasy church chicken, and eat it, right? And you could get sick the very same day and be laid up in the bed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these foods have cancer-causing ingredients, right? And I got a list here I got from the net, right? Where I'm going to bring out some of the foods that we need to watch out for, right? Right? But let me finish the scripture right here. It says in 30th verse, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I've given every green herb for meat. See, for food. The word that's just a term that's used back there, but it means food. And it was so. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it was good. So basically, this is what we got to be doing. We got to start eating healthy. You know what I'm saying? There's poison in the food. That food they got in some of that food they got in Kroger and in Publix. You know, you have to really read the labels and make sure you're making the healthiest choice for yourself and your family. If you care about your health. If you don't care about your health, you're gonna die. That's what's gonna happen to you. Because the food is killing people out there. There's a diabetic epidemic. Everybody know that got somebody that's diabetic in their family. Why is that? It's the food. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring out some things now. Let me go to another scripture. Psalms 104. Right? Show you the healing and a lot of the FDA. The FDA, I don't even know what they're doing now. The Federal Drug Administration or whatever, Food and Drug Administration, they have totally sold out to these companies that's producing all this bad food. They have sold out. They don't care about the people no more. They don't care about what the people is consuming no more. That's why you got to make a choice and say, no, I'm not going to eat their food, because I know that partially hydrogenated oil that's in the food, that high fructose corn syrup, that aspartame, you know what I'm saying, that's in the food, you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to eat it. That sodium nitrite that's in the deli meat, I'm not going to eat it. You know what I'm saying? And the potassium bromate, all these things, man. I'm going to bring out some facts about those things, man. This I got from the list. These are some of the 10 worst ingredients in foods. I'm gonna bring out the list in a second. Let me read this scripture in Psalms 104 and 15. He said he caused grass to grow for cattle, right? That's what the cattle eat. So now, what are they doing? They're feeding the cattle meat now. The cows wasn't made to consume meat. Crazy scientists. They got the cattle consuming meat now. That's why you got the mad cow disease. You know what I'm saying? So they went totally against nature. What do you call it? Perverting the creation that the Most High have created. The cattle was made to eat grass, right? But now they're feeding the cattle meat, mixing the feed that they feed the cattle meat. No wonder the meat supply is so messed up. A lot of people don't even eat beef no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very toxic. And it hurts their system, you know what I'm saying, when you eat it. And it says for her and herb for the service of man. See that right there? The herbs is for the service of man. You know what I'm saying? All these herbs, chasteberry, what do you call it? You want to go out there, any problem you have, all the herbs, all these herbs out there, all these herbs out there were made for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. See that right there? The herbs is going to bring forth food out of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you got all these different herbs, right? And out there for our healing, but our people, they have worked on the people's minds and convinced them that the herbs doesn't work, right? That's why a lot of people today, they say no, the herbs don't work. They don't believe in drinking the herb teas no more, the green teas, chamomile tea, peppermint tea, or the you know what I'm saying, the different teas that they got out there. You know, the herb teas, the herb teas does help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm an example. I drink herb teas, you know what I'm saying, practically every other day. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps the system. Herb teas have a lot of antioxidants in it, and it helps heal the system. It helps cleanse your system from whatever poison of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because what's wrong with the people today? They're not cleansing their system. They're just eating all kind of junk. Nobody's cleansing no more, because when I was younger, I was giving my mom, she gave me Senna. Senna is a laxative to clean your system, because people long ago, they cleansed their system, man. After a while, they clean their system out. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we've gone away from cleansing. No, you could get a colon cleanse now. You know what I'm saying? That tube they run down your urea or whatever. You got all kind of herbs out there that cleans the body. You know what I'm saying? That clean the kidneys, or whatever organ you're dealing with, the gallstones. You have things that's good for gallstones. See, what happened is this, right? A lot of these foods today, it actually stays in your system, like fast food. Like they showed you with the McDonalds, right? Like with the partially hydrogenated oil. You know what I'm saying? Those foods, basically, those foods, some of those food stays in the body. Your system is not able, so the food stays and it blows your system up. That's why America today have some of the most unhealthy and the fattest people on the earth. Because the problem is with the Food and Drug Administration. They're allowing anything now. They're passing anything now. It's not about people's health no more. You know what I'm saying? And they're putting out a lot of misinformation about the herbs. You know what I'm saying? So let me bring out another scripture. Ecclesiastes, the 30th chapter. Right? The 30th chapter and the 25th verse. It says, here what it says here. A cheerful and a good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. See? A cheerful and a good heart will have a care of his meat and his diet. So these are the people that's going to actually give a damn about what they eat. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't give a damn. They eat anything. They say, I'm going to die anyway, so I'm going to eat it. No, it's going to make you sick. You're going to die before your time. So the food and the pharmaceuticals too. A lot of them painkillers people taking, all that prescription drugs, it's not really helping our people. It's destroying you. You know what I'm saying? It's destroying your body. People are dying of these medications, man. You know what I'm saying? You're dying of these medications. All you have to do is get a book and start doing your research on the herbs. You know what I'm saying? And for every sickness, there's a herb that's made to cure that sickness. There's a cure for AIDS too. And all these different diseases out there too that they say there's no cure. There's a cure for cancer. Herb tea. Pineapple. You know what I'm saying? Cleansing your system. Cleansing your system. Staying away from processed food. Eating fruits and vegetables more often. Blueberries is a good source of antioxidants, full of antioxidants. You got stuff for all kinds. You got there's no excuse, man. But people are too lazy to do the research. So they end up sick in the hospital, right? So let me go back to that scripture in Ecclesiastes 30 and 15. 30 and 15 now. It says, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. See that right there? I'm glad I got this one. It's a beautiful scripture. Amazing. It said health, good health, and a good estate of body are above gold. There's no price you could put. There's no price you could put to like a person that's healthy, 100% healthy. There's no price. It's priceless. You know what I'm saying? There's no price. It say health. So what's more valuable, $1 million or having good health? Because if I have good health, I can get the money and enjoy the money. But if I have bad health, I have to go to the doctor in the hospitals, right? And spend my money with the doctors, and you know how healthcare is very high. You know what I'm saying? And now they're refusing to see people now that don't have health coverage, or that owe the hospitals now. So it's coming down to a moral issue right now. So either you take care of your health, or you're going to fall into the hands of the physician. I'm going to read that scripture next. Ecclesiastes 38 and 15. There it says here. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. So it's a sin to eat all this nasty food they got out there. People don't cook no more. A lot of people don't cook no more. Go get a pizza. Bunch of greasy pizza with cheese. It clog your system. White flour. You can make your own pizza with whole wheat flour though. You know what I'm saying? Feeding the kids junk. No wonder the kids is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So here what it says here. Let me read this again. Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha. It's one of the books they take out of the Bible right here that you need to get. This book is a valid book. This book right here means hidden. They hid it. They try to hide this from us. But we found the book, the Apocrypha. And also you got to get your study aids. Get you a concordance. See right here? Get the strong concordance. And you can get a concordance to the Apocrypha too. There it is right here. You got to get your study aids. Make sure then you can get a dictionary too. These are some of the study aids you want to get if you're serious about what you're studying in the scriptures and gaining knowledge, right? So let's get that scripture right there. Ecclesiastes 38 and 15. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. See that right there? So if you sin before the Most High, that's what's going to happen. You know? Let me jump up now. Let me jump up now. It says, Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha 38. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him. For the Lord had created. See, the Lord created physicians. Not them doctors, them useless doctors in the hospitals that's killing people. And they got diseases in the hospital. I listened to the radio yesterday. And they got disease in the hospital that's killing people. You go to the hospital to get healed, and they got this. You got to worry about touching something in the hospital that's going to kill you. That's how crazy it is out here. Health is important now. And it says, of the Most High cometh healing, right? And he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of a physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in great admiration. The Lord have created medicine. See that right there? This is the one I wanted to key in on. The Lord, Ecclesiasticus in the Bible, in the Apocrypha, this is the Bible anyway, 38 and 4. The Lord had created medicines out of the earth. See that? The Lord had created medicines out of the earth. Medicines. Not the pharmaceuticals. Medicines, herbs out of the earth. And he that is wise will not abhor them. Meaning you're not going to hate the medicines that the Lord created. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're trying to. This is a message to our people, man, in the scriptures. The Lord has created medicines. There's an answer for everything that you're going through. There's not one thing that one problem you have that you can't find an answer for. With the Most High, all things are possible. If you believe it, do you believe? But do you not believe? Do you have doubt? So I'm going to go now, right? Let's touch on this dietary law, right? In the, Leviticus, the 11th chapter, right, about the clean animals, right? And we're going to touch on being a vegetarian and everything. I understand why some people have choose to be vegans, but you cannot teach that because the Most High says we could eat meat, right? But I understand why people become vegans, health reasons, and then the pollutions of the meats today, right? So we're going to start at Leviticus, the 11th chapter, and the first verse. This is on the dietary laws concerning the clean animals and the birds and everything that's out there, all the animals, the creatures, or whatever. What is good to eat and what is not good to eat, right? This is what it says. Leviticus 11:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parted the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and chewed the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. So these three qualities must be in the animal for it to be considered clean to eat. Remember, it says, the third verse says it has to be cloven-footed, right? It must be like a skin, like a layer over the cloven-footed, and chewed the cud, must be chewed the cud like a cow, and chew the cud among the beasts, right? It must it must have a split between the hoof, cloven-footed, and chew the cud. These are the three qualities you got to look for in the animals when you're looking to eat in animals. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud. So some animals chew the cud, right? They chew the cud, but they don't have a cloven foot or split the hoof. Of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, you can't eat camel. The Arabs eat camel burgers. You can't eat camel. Camel was made to be eaten. So it's still an unclean animal, right? Because he chewed the cud, but he don't divide the hoof. You don't have a split hoof. He is unclean unto you. So the Lord tell you clearly the camel is unclean, because back then in the Middle East they had a lot of camels. They were used for traveling, for carrying loads. And the coonie, because he chewed the cud and divided not the hoof. See, some of them chew these are the ones that chew the cud, but they don't divide the hoof. He's unclean unto you. And the hare, the rabbit, you can't eat rabbit. You got rabbit. You can get rabbit in the supermarket now. In Wayfield, they sell rabbit because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He's unclean unto you. And the swine, there you go, that old pig that our people love to consume. You cannot eat pig. And even the doctors tell you it gives you high blood pressure. And the pig eats anything. If there's a dead body in the way, he'll eat it. Anything that's in the way, a dead animal, feces in the way, the pig was put here to clean up the earth. They eat anything. So if you eat the pig, you eat what the pig eats. So because you are what you eat. And all that stuff that's in that thing that he eat, it goes into your body and make you sick and get cancer and you die. You know what I'm saying? So you can die from eating the wrong food. You know what I'm saying? So it says, and the swine, though he divide the hoof, right? The swine, and be cloven-footed, he chewed not the cud. He's unclean unto you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. So when those animals are dead, you're not supposed to touch them. You know what I'm saying? They are unclean to you. And these, now we're talking about the waters now. There are other animals out there, because you can eat goat. The scripture tell you that we ate goat, we ate lamb, we ate cattle, right? We ate buffalo, right? Deer meat. There's certain deers. We could eat deer meat. You know what I'm saying? So those are the animals out there. Some of the animals out there you could eat. The other animals out there not listed. You have to make sure they have those three things. They must split the hoof, be cloven-footed, and they must chew the cud. Now, if they don't have those qualities, they're unclean. Okay? So these now we're going to go into the rivers and waters. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever had fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. So you must eat anything in the rivers and waters must have fins and scales. So you cannot eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. A crab doesn't have any fins, scales, and fins. So like the scripture says here, if it doesn't have scales, fins and scales, they are unclean. All that move in the waters of every living thing, they shall be an abomination unto you. See that right there? Lord called those things an abomination. Like crab is abomination. Lobster, crayfish, like they love to eat in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Crabs, you know, crabs, oysters, you know what I'm saying? Sea turtles, all that crap. You can't eat it. You know what I'm saying? It's unclean to you. The Bible, the scripture says they are an abomination. They shall be even an abomination unto you, and ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcass in abomination. Yeah, in scorn. Ooh, that's nasty, like what we say. Whatsoever had no fins and scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. You can't eat shark either. Right? So whatever you're eating in the, whatever is coming out of the waters and rivers and oceans must have fins and scales, right? You have to look and check. Right? Now let's go to the birds now. These are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls. Right? So the Most High says you must have these fowls, look at them as an abomination. They shall not be eaten, they are an abomination. The eagle, you can't eat eagle. Eagles are scavengers. Some of the bird, the eagles are beautiful, but they are scavengers. They eat anything too, just like the pig. And the ostrich, you're right. I'm the offspring, right? You can't eat ostrich. And the vulture, you can't eat vulture. And the kite after its kind, and its raven after its kind. And the owl, you can't eat owl either. Night hawk, the cuckoo, the hawk after its kind. The little owl, the cormorant, the great owl, the swan, pelican, and the great. You can't eat pelican. The stork, the heron after her kind, the lapwing, but you can't eat bats. Pretty nasty, abomination. All fowls that creepeth going upon all four shall be an abomination unto you. These may ye eat of every flying, creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet. See that right there? Above their feet, to leap withal upon earth, like chicken. You can eat chicken. Some people say chicken is unclean, but the scripture tell you that chicken do have what you call it, legs above their feet, right? Even these of them you may eat, and the locusts after his kind. You can eat locusts. Scripture tell you can eat locusts. John the Baptist ate locusts and honey. And the beetle, you could eat, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. You could eat beetles. Those are the things we're probably missing from our diet, because that's not a popular thing today, eating locusts and beetles and grasshoppers. But all other flying, creeping things which have 4 feet, so those birds that have 4 feet, whatever, shall be an abomination unto you. Anything, all them creatures that flying in the air that have 4 feet, they are abomination. For these these shall be unclean, and whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until he is. So you're unclean until he touches their body. Whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and because the Most High calls to be a holy people. So our diet must be holy too. So this is some of the things right here. You can read on in this chapter. It's a good chapter. A guide to the clean animals, the fishes in the waters, and the birds, on what to eat and what not to eat. Because the Most High called us to be a holy people. He said, thou art an holy people unto me. So our food must be holy too. And who determines what's holy and what's unholy? The Most High. The word of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The message of the Most High. You know? So, if you read on down, all the way down to the, let me read the last verse. It says, read the last two verses. It said, this is the law of the beast. 46 verse. Leviticus 11 and 46. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl and every living creature, and that moveth in the waters, and every creature that creepeth upon the earth. To make a difference between the unclean and the clean, between the beasts that may be eaten and the beasts that may not be eaten. So this is the law. Most High give us the law concerning what to eat and what not to eat among the animals, the birds, and the fishes. Okay? So that's pretty clear. So let's go to these poisons in the food that's making you all sick. This is important right here. This is the stuff that's making our people sick. Right? I'm going to go into the first one. Well, y'all already know MSG. Anything that have MSG in it, you stay away from it. these things causing cancer. This is a cancer-causing ingredient that's used to be in seasoning. I think they stopped putting it in seasoning after they found out the side effects was so bad. You know what I'm saying? All these things I'm about to read out here is causes. Then you have aspartame. Aspartame is in the chewing gum and the diet soda. It's a sweetener. It's an artificial sweetener, and it's poison. It causes ADHD, fertility problems, your hair fall out, all kind of problems. In fact, when you look up on the internet for aspartame, the side effects of eating aspartame, it has 92 side effects. So where's the responsibility to the FDA? A lot of these drugs, a lot of these things right here I'm going to read out is banned in other countries, but is allowed to be put in food over here. So where's the responsibility factor for the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, as far as like regulating these poisons that they put in food and knowing the effects it's having on people? They do not care about people's health, and shame on them, because one of their own people, doctors for the FDA, came out recently and he said this about the meat. Important note about the meat. He said the meat in the supermarket, the ground beef, is not meat. It's filled with milk, what do you call it? Meat glue. They could take the scraps of meat and put it back together and make it look like a steak that they cut from a piece of meat. So this is important. This is important right here. The enemy is attacking our food, and they're using the food. They're using these wicked people in authority to try to destroy us by putting that poison in the food. Today, people, it don't take much for people to get sick today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know about high fructose corn syrup. There's no secret. It's in soda. It's in a lot of juices now. You got to check the labels now. You got to go read them labels now. Make sure it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be hurting yourself, and you might be causing yourself to become a diabetic. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay from that high fructose corn syrup, them juices, them sodas, some of them energy drinks too. Got high fructose corn syrup. You know what I'm saying? A lot of foods. This is one of the major ingredients. This is one of the major ingredients in foods. That concentrated, man. High fructose corn syrup. Now, and then they came up recently and said, your body can't tell if it's high fructose corn syrup, but my body sure can tell, because when I start getting sick, my body's recognizing that something's wrong. So that's a lie right there. Your body can't tell what's sugar, because they want to kill off some of these people. You know what I'm saying? Poison in the food. They have poison in the food. The enemy have poison in the food. Everybody know what soda does to you. I go to the supermarket and I still see women buying soda, big bottles of soda, 2-liter bottles of Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sprite, whatever. Giving it to the kid. Yeah, giving it to their kids. Yeah, giving Mountain Dew to their kids. You know what I'm saying? And all this bad food. So the high fructose corn syrup, we must stay away from it. Then we got this agave nectar. Agave nectar is something that came from Mexico, right? And this is something that's made over there, and that's also poison too. Agave nectar. Agave nectar is no better than high fructose corn. It's worse than high fructose corn syrup. It's more concentrated than high fructose corn syrup. You know? Yeah. And it has something called lecithin in it, right? And that has something to do with the hormones in your body. That's why a lot of women have hormonal problems, because they're consuming too much high fructose corn syrup. So the body cannot regulate their hormones. Their kidneys cannot digest this stuff right here, this high fructose corn syrup. You know what I'm saying? So anything that have high fructose corn syrup, you know what I'm saying, will hurt your body. You know what I'm saying? So then you have the artificial food coloring like red 40 and yellow 6 Kool-Aid. A lot of the pastries got these food coloring that cause ADHD and mess your brain. It makes you stupid. You know what I'm saying? The food coloring, we must stay away from that too. right? No, they got this other thing called BHA and BHT. It's a preservative, and it messes with the kids now. It makes the kids very hyperactive, running around, because what they put is, it's a poison in the food. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually it's one of the ingredients that's in plastic. You know what I'm saying? It causes cancer. It's a preservative they put in food. The BHA and BHA and what do you call it? BHA and BHT. It's a preservative in food. It causes hyperactivity in kids. In 1970, it came from the plastics. That's where they get it from. It's the same thing in plastic. So you got to understand what you're doing to your body, what you're putting in your body. You know? Okay, let's see. The next one we got on the list is sodium nitrite. That causes cancer too. It's in the deli meat. Sodium nitrite is in the deli meat, and that causes cancer too. You know what I'm saying? It's also it's a preservative too. They put in meat. It's also a cancer causer. And so when you go to buy meat, like turkey, like deli meat, or get your sandwiches, you want to find out, does it have sodium nitrite? They have meat that's without deli meat without sodium nitrite, cold cuts or whatever. So you got to watch out for that sodium nitrite too. That also causes cancer in your food too. Then you have potassium bromate. Now potassium bromate is used in breads, right? It's used to make to strengthen the dough. It was banned in Brazil and Canada, right? And it causes cancer in rats, right? And it causes what you call tumors, and it damages the nervous system. McDonald's in their buns, the buns they use what they call potassium bromate in their buns, and pizza too. McDonald's, Burger King uses potassium bromate in their food, in the buns, to make it more. You know what I'm saying? But it's amazing. It's banned in those countries, but they passed it over there. They still allowing the foods, these companies, to put it in food, right? Well, you know about the recombined growth hormone, and you know about the what you call it, the partially hydrogenated oil. Partially hydrogenated oils causes cancer and blood defects, right? It causes liver disease, right? And it's a conspiracy, man. They are ultra destructive, and when you eat it, your body cannot digest it, right? So it hurts the system. It hurts the body. There's so many side effects from eating this what do you call it? It says it's creates nutritional deficiencies of healthy oils, promotes cystic fibrosis, gum disease, causes infertility, damage the blood cells, causes high blood pressure, weakens cell walls, compromises cell structure, causes dandruff, acne. These are all the side effects of actually consuming this partially hydrogenated oil. It affects the heart too, the liver. It accelerates tumor growth, impairs brain function, blocks body creation of natural pain-reducing hormones. You see much side effects from eating that hydrogenated oil. It's in a lot of these snacks. When you go to the snack aisle in the supermarket, look for partially hydrogenated oil. If it has that, don't buy it, because you're gonna be hurting yourself and your family and your kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for us, like I read before. Let me go back to that scripture in Ecclesiastes 30 about having a healthy body. It said health. Ecclesiasticus 30 and 15. Health and good estate of the body above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. See that right there? There's no price you could put there's no price you could put on your health, being healthy, being 100% healthy. Something's wrong with all of us. You know what I'm saying? But it's a shame that the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, haven't done anything about this stuff in the food and haven't made put out healthier choices for our people. What they tell you is this: I didn't tell you to eat that food. But you give the people in authority, the people that have the most authority, these food companies, these commercial companies, you know. So with that, I'm going to say shalom and peace and love to the 12 tribes of Israel.